Pokemon Go was AI training. Y'all, you remember that game where people were standing in the street? All types of weirdness was happening. People were in lakes and stuff. It was crazy. It was AI training. There's a new explosion in Texas, Tejas. Don't really see it on the news. Had to find it. And U.S. business falls. We got this going on. Listen, it's an amazing time to be alive. I would like to welcome you to the foundation, where we understand incorrect information incorrectly applied can get you hurt. Correct information incorrectly applied can get you hurt. So we are always correctly applying that correct information here at the foundation. We appreciate you checking us out. There's a lot going on in the day today. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing. I am Sot L, seeker of truth L, speaker of truth L. Let's just get into it. Why play games? Why play games? Ask him. He'll tell you. Make sure you check out Welcome to the Foundation.com. We got some amazing stuff going on right now. You got to be a subscriber to the email list. That's all I'm going to say. You can sign up right there, right where it says enter your primary email. If you haven't already, enter it. You can check us out. I would like to point out this area. The education section. You can hit all offerings right here. We have the Foundation Trust Primer. This is 18 plus hand-picked documents. If trust is new to you, brand new, trying to figure it out. The only thing you understand with regards to trust is not much. And state statutes, that's for you. We have the Trust Series Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. And I would say if you're brand new to trust, whether it's public trust or private trust, and you're just not ready to jump into training, get these. You will be ready. You will be ready shortly thereafter. We got silver doing a dance, $71.35 currently. Dollar cost average, $10, $20, $30. 10 might be tough. $20, $30, $50, $100 every 2 weeks, every month. Go buy whatever amount of silver that fiat currency can get you. It's going down. It's absolutely going down. So let's do this. Musk says Tesla, SpaceX to build advanced chip manufacturing facility. This will be unprecedented. Manufacturing, it's going down. We need it to return to the United States, a strong manufacturing base to be competitive in the world marketplace. Elon Musk said Tesla and SpaceX will build an advanced chip facility in Austin, Texas to help power the two companies' emerging technologies amid a shortage of chips. TerraFab will technically be two fabs, each making only one chip design. One of TerraFab's facilities will be focused on AI chips for Tesla's electric vehicles and Optimus humanoid robots, while the other will be focused on AI chips for space-based data centers made by SpaceX. Yes, space-based data centers. The data centers are going to be in space. Musk said that the TerraFab chips will be necessary to meet his company's demand for computing power that exceeds what it can obtain from suppliers. Quote, we either build the TerraFab or we don't have the chips. End quote. This is what he said during a presentation in an Austin facility on Saturday, adding that current global chip production would meet only a small fraction of his company's future needs. They're going to make their own chips. Will it be available for the mainstream market or the consumer market, maybe the business to business market outside of Tesla and SpaceX? Doesn't look like. CEO Tim Cook of Apple doubles down on policy over politics while aligning with Trump's manufacturing push. Manufacturing in a high-stakes balancing act. Apple CEO Tim Cook is rejecting political labels while aggressively aligning his company with the Trump administration's America First economic agenda, highlighting a massive $600 billion investment in U.S. operations. Cook defended his proximity to the White House as a necessary pursuit of pro-growth policy, even as he faces a firestorm from the left over his attendance at the Melania documentary screening. You have to understand, the government is going to give out incentives. They're going to give out federal funds, regardless of politics. This is what he's saying. Not what I'm saying. It's what he's saying. Regardless of politics, he needs to be aggressively moving things forward for Apple and for Apple's ability not only to bring more software, more devices to market to assist the government with that, whatever it needs to maintain its own data centers and to continue to build more, because it's working on its own artificial intelligence. TSA wait time stretch up to 6 hours as ICE and other Homeland Security agents deployed to 14 airports. It's terrible. The Trump administration deployed ICE and other Homeland Security agents to 14 of the nation's airports to help shuttle passengers through overcrowded TSA checkpoints. In one airport, the security line wait time was up to 6 hours. Politically, not into it. Functionally, I think it's a great thing. TSA workers are federal workers, so ICE workers, ICE workers are federal workers. Not sure if they're trained properly, but at least they can help and assist, so the people that do know what they're doing can get in there. And, people want to get home, basically. They want to get where they're going. They want to get home. Politics aside, we got Pokemon Go is giving delivery robots an inch-perfect view of the world. Pokemon Go was the world's first augmented reality mega hit, released in 2016 by the Google spin-out Niantic. The AR twist on the juggernaut Pokemon franchise fast became a global phenomenon, from Chicago to Oslo to Enoshima. Players hit the streets in the urgent hope of catching a Jigglypuff or a Squirtle. An ultra-rare Galarian Zapdos hovering just out of reach, superimposed on the everyday world. In short, we're talking about a huge number of people pointing their phones at a huge number of buildings. Quote, 500 million people installed that app in 60 days. End quote. This is Brian McLennan, CTO of Niantic Spatial, an AI company that Niantic spun out in May last year, according to the video game firm Scopely, which bought Pokemon Go from Niantic. At the same time, the game still drew more than 100 million players in 2024, 8 years after it launched. Now Niantic Spatial is using the vast and unparalleled trove of crowdsourced data, images of urban landmarks tagged with super accurate location markers taken from the phones of hundreds of millions of Pokemon Go players around the world to build a kind of world model, a buzzy new technology that grounds the smarts of LLMs, large language models, in real world environments. The company's latest product is a model that it says can pinpoint your location on the map to within a few centimeters based on a handful of snapshots of the buildings or other landmarks in view. The firm wants to use it to help robots navigate with greater precision in places where GPS is unreliable. In the first big test of the technology, Niantic Spatial has just teamed up with Coco Robotics, a startup that deploys last-mile delivery robots in a number of cities across the U.S. and Europe. Quote, everybody thought that AR, or augmented reality, was the future, that AR glasses were coming, and then robots became the audience. It's, did y'all know y'all were training the AI to do deliveries? You bet you didn't. A new explosion in Texas this time could be sending your gas prices higher. They try to do it to us. They can never win. An explosion and fire at a major refinery in Texas is sending gas and diesel futures sharply higher. This was yesterday, adding to upward pressure on both caused by the war in Iran. The explosion occurred Monday and was still burning yesterday. Wholesale gasoline prices were, and they don't want to say what this explosion was. There's no reason to believe the explosion was anything more than an industrial accident rather than a deliberate act of terrorism. Quote, the fact is, fires and explosions do happen in refining and refinery industry, end quote. He said, who went on to say it's just way too early to know the actual cause. I don't know, man. I don't know the fact that they're not reporting on this and the fact that the largest oil field or gas field in the world's on fire right now. Don't know. Iran war. Tehran launches wave of missiles at Israel after Trump says talks held on halting the conflict. Israel doesn't care. You got one guy, this is good cop, bad cop stuff, right? Hey, we're going to work it out. We're going to work it out. And then the other cop punches you in the face and cuts off your arm. Crazy. Let's just move forward. U.S. business activity slips to 11-month low. In March amid Iran war, S&P Global survey says 11-month low, reinforcing fears of an acceleration in inflation in the months ahead. The survey from S&P Global also showed a deterioration in sentiment that contributed to the first decline in private sector employment in just over a year. The findings at face value would suggest persistent labor market weakness, though timely data like weekly claims for unemployment benefits have remained consistent with stable conditions. Of course, but that's not good. U.S. business slows to an 11-month low. We'll keep an eye on that. Ford to recall over 254,000 SUVs in the U.S. due to software issues. They will run you off the road. I don't know. I'm sorry. That might not be true. Let's get into this. That may result in the loss of rear view camera image and some advanced driver assistance features. The recall includes Lincoln Navigator, Lincoln Nautilus, Lincoln Aviator, and Ford Explorer SUVs. An unexpected reset of an image processing software may cause loss of assisted advanced driver assistance. What is it? ADA, advanced driver assistance. Features like pre-collision assist, lane keeping assistance, and blind spot monitoring. People just running into each other. They think they don't see that little light on their side mirror that shows you that someone's on that, They don't see the light just start merging in the lane, just crashing into people and stuff. It's too bad. The NHTSA said the software will be updated by a dealer or by the company through an over-the-air update. Just, connect your truck to Wi-Fi. China's open source dominance threatens U.S. AI lead. U.S. Advisory Board warns. When they start talking about China and start talking about China's capabilities, whether it's regards to military or technology, pay attention. I'm going to tell you, China is the big brother behind Russia, behind Iran, behind Syria. You got to understand, behind Taiwan, behind North Korea. The big brother that'll run out and do you up is China. The dominance of China's open source artificial intelligence is creating a reinforcing competitive advantage, allowing it to challenge U.S. rivals despite restricted access to advanced AI chips, a U.S. congressional advisory body said on Monday. You would think, that's like, because it's Taiwan, right? You think that they would allow a company to create technologically advanced microchips and processors and nanometer, all this other stuff, nano wafers, and just allow all of that technology that China mainland doesn't have to just jump on a ship and go straight to the United States? Do you think that they don't have that stuff? Oh, you can make it in our factories, but we can't get any. They're okay. Driven by their cheaper cost, Chinese large language models from firms including Alibaba, Moonshot, and Minimax now dominate worldwide usage rankings on platforms like Hugging Face and OpenRouter. Beijing's push to deploy AI throughout a wide range of sectors to upgrade its manufacturing base, factories, logistics, networks, and robotics is generating real-world data that feeds back into model improvement, the report said. Quote, this open ecosystem enables China to innovate close to the frontier despite significant compute constraints. End quote. The U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission wrote in a report published on Monday, quote, Chinese labs have narrowed performance gaps with top Western large language models. End quote. U.S. lawmakers have imposed successive rounds of export restrictions on China since 2022, banning them from acquiring the most advanced AI chips, though Washington approved exports of NVIDIA's second most advanced chip in December. All you gotta do is put it in another Chinese factory on China mainland and just, reverse engineer, do it out. Get the most advanced chip. You can get it smuggled in, man. It's China. Y'all got resources. Get the most advanced chip and then, import the second most advanced chip and do the math. They got manufacturing up and down China, y'all. I don't know what y'all thinking. U.S. companies, including ChatGPT developer OpenAI and Anthropic creator of Claude, as well as traditional tech giants have, meanwhile, invested billions of dollars to remain at the forefront of the new technology, but their position could be under threat. Quote, open model proliferation creates alternative pathways to AI leadership, end quote, the report said. And what you have to understand is the United States is looking to be the leader in artificial intelligence with regards to technology, manufacturing, as well as warfare. Just understand that. So this is a problem. China poised to capitalize on shift to embodied AI. Some estimates suggest that around 80% of U.S. AI startups now use Chinese open source AI models. DeepSeek's groundbreaking R1 model, because it scorched the earth when it dropped, launched last year, quickly overtook ChatGPT as the most downloaded model on the U.S. App Store. And Alibaba Qwen family of models has surpassed Meta's Llama in global cumulative downloads, according to Hugging Face, as AI's frontier shift from large language models towards agentic AI and physical or embodied AI. Physical or embodied AI. Did y'all get that? Physical or embodied. They're going to put the AI in a robot body. Look. Physical or embodied AI. China may be better positioned to capitalize on its mass data collection efforts to boost development of humanoid robots, autonomous driving software, or even dual purpose technologies. Man, hopefully they hurry up, right? Because, excuse me. It appears as though that there's going to be some sort of, military conflict on a worldwide scale. If you understand what I'm saying. So hopefully they can hurry up and just draft the robots. And just leave us out of it. Sold L not for governor. Ooh. Don't buy it. Y'all saw that, but don't buy it. I was just doing some research. I'm over trying to hack the planet. Fire out. And shelter in place order is lifted after oil refinery explosion near Texas. Man, and they still. Air monitoring that was done by a drone. The Port Arthur Fire Department and Texas Commission on Environmental Quality confirmed there was no threat to air quality. No one was injured. All personnel are accounted for. They're not saying anything as far as to how it happened, man. That just makes me feel a certain way. I don't know about you, but it definitely makes me feel a certain way. But, hey, I hope everyone's okay. And as far as you are concerned, I trust you learned something. Take care of yourself. Enjoy yourself. Make sure you say 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight. And every night is very important. I'll catch you tomorrow. We'll do the show tomorrow. We're going to make it happen. Peace.